Hello, my name is Natalie Sansonetti. I'm health and nutrition coach at the New Leaf Nutrition and Coaching and also owner of The Gut Loving Life. I am based in Hove, but I work mostly online with lots of people from all over the UK and also abroad. So I help people who, perhaps like you, have put their eye off taken their eye off their health and their bodies and themselves for a while because they've invested all their time and energy and probably money into their businesses, into trying to juggle family, friends, and their lives with their businesses. So I help people to really boost their energy levels, to get rid of gut issues, health issues, and to really regain control of their bodies, regain control of their health, but also find their old self back again. So, like I said, I work with lots of people all over the UK and abroad, and I work one-to-one usually, and I've been a nutritional therapist for 10 years and a health coach as well, and I qualified over 10 years ago. But my passion for the healing powers of food have really started years and years ago, actually over 30 years ago, when I went as an au pair to America when I was 18, and as an 18-year-old, I had acne, I was overweight, I was feeling really crap in my body, I was feeling really out of balance in my hormones, not feeling great generally, I was a bit of a mess. And I went to America and ended up working for a vegan family. Now, I don't know about you, but in the 80s, veganism was really not in. It was completely alien for me because I came from an upbringing in France of eating baguettes and camembert every day and lots of meat with lots of rich sauce, and I didn't really know better. And so I went to America, worked for this family for a year, and ended up losing 10 kilos. My acne completely disappeared. My energy was through the roof. My hormone levels and my moods went completely balanced, and I felt amazing in my body. So this really brought home to me how important it is what you put in your body, what you eat, what you drink, how important it is and how much of a massive impact it can have on your life, your body, your health, and generally your life as well. So fast forward 20 years, and my firstborn had really bad eczema from head to toe when he was a baby, and I was determined then to really get rid of it, which I did within 6 months, and in his 17 years of life so far, he hasn't had any more eczema after getting rid of it. So that again, highlighted and really strengthened my belief that food is a healing tool that we very, very much underestimate and do not use fully. So this started my passion and also started the way I actually experimented myself with lots of fads, lots of diets, lots of supplements and products and techniques and tools. But really what happened is I came up with a system and then started working with lots and lots of people and helping them, to boost their energy and get better guts and better health generally, by really zoning on to the things that really worked for me, but worked for a lot of people that I've helped. So today I'm going to give you 3 tips that I thought you could implement in your life, and that are really the top 3 tips I would give to any of my clients, and that literally can transform your life if you stick to it. Okay, so tip number 1, and you've heard this millions of times, and I know you do not do it every day, and you should, because it's incredible the transformation you can get from it. And it's dehydration or hydration. Okay, so water. It's so important because did you know, and I'm sure you know, you're 70% water, but your brain is actually 85% water. So do you get migraines? Do you get headaches? Do you get woolly head? You can't concentrate, or you can't focus on things, or you get even mental issues and depression? Do you also have, real lows of energy throughout the day? Do you feel really, bloated? Do you have problems with your skin because you're not eliminating properly? Do you have gut issues? Do you have heart issues, diabetes? Are you overweight? All of these can be traced back to dehydration. This is absolutely crucial. So how much, and I get this question all the time, how much should I be drinking? So unfortunately, I can't give you one answer, one size fits all kind of answer. You have to go online, and there are very good calculators online where if you Google, how much water should I drink, there will be calculators you can use, but use the ones that actually take into consideration how much exercise you do as well, because that will change the amount that you need to drink. So also, I can hear you say, oh, but I drink a lot of teas and coffees. That's probably fine as well. No, it's not. It does not count towards your quota of water for the day. Why? Because first of all, hot water is slightly diuretic. It's going to make you pee all day. Plus the caffeine in coffees and teas is going to make you go to the loo all day again. Same with soda, same with lots of sugary drinks, which you really don't need in your life. Plain old tap water that you let sit for a while so the chlorine, evaporates a little bit, and it's much better for your body. Now, a very, very important tip here, you need to drink this very, very slowly through the day. Do not drink more than half a liter to a liter in one go, because it's actually dangerous, okay? And another tip, if you don't drink at all, or if you drink very little at the moment, and right now you're feeling really, really bad because you recognize yourself in here, then I would never tell you to drink 2 liters today or tomorrow. You need to gradually increase it, and also think of putting a little bit of like a pinch of sea salt in your water, because otherwise you'll get an imbalance in your sodium levels, which can give you lots of cramps and lots of problems. So increase very slowly but surely and get to that level of hydration. Try it. It's incredible. Tip number 2, and this one is actually a little exercise I've come up with that's very, very important again. And it's at par, I would say, in comparison with the drinking. It's almost, and if not as important as drinking plenty of water. The idea is to breathe more. Okay, so people ask me all the time, what's the best supplement you can take for this and for that? And what do I say? I always say, what are the 2 elements in your life you could not survive without? Yeah, so first of all, oxygen, right? Secondly, water, right? So these 2 are absolute basic tips, basic things you need to do to change your life and to change your body composition even. So when you're stressed, when you're juggling things all the time, when you're not thinking about your body, when you're not connected to your body and you have no idea what your body needs at any point, this little exercise is going to really help you. And also if you get mental issues or even panic attacks and anxiety, which a lot of people with gut issues suffer from, okay? If you do that, if you get that, do this exercise, and I'm going to show you right now how to do it. It takes less than a minute, and I'm going to do it with you. So if you're watching in front of the screen right now, sit yourself comfortably. You can also lie down if you want, but you can use this exercise standing up in a queue at Tesco's, or sitting in your car stuck in traffic and you're getting stressed. Do this exercise wherever you are. First of all, you put your hands on your lower abdomen. And as you breathe in, you're going to breathe in through your nose, and you're going to feel the breath going all the way into your hands. And because you're breathing all the way down into your hands, you're going to feel your stomach go up a little bit and expand a little bit. Your hands come out slightly. Then you're going to breathe out through your mouth and push on those hands a little bit. That's right. And you're going to breathe in and out again, and we're going to do this 5 times. So make sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. You can close your eyes if you want to get even more of the effect. And here we go. So breathe in through your nose. Hold it a couple of seconds and breathe out slowly. Really feel the air come out of that tummy, and breathe in again. And out. And breathe in again. And out. And breathe in again. And out. One last one for the road. Breathe in again. Really breathe out. How do you feel? If you can make comments, put your comments below this video. You're gonna love it. Do this 3 or 5 times a day. Ideally, when you wake up in the morning, then just before you eat, so you relax nicely. You're telling your brain, look, I'm relaxed, I'm breathing deeply, I can digest now. And you do it before bed as well, and it will really help to relax you and put you back into your body. The idea really is to ground you and to bring your brain, your busy brain, solving problems, sorting things out and thinking, into your body and reconnecting with that body. Okay? That's great. Do this 5 times a day. Now, tip number 3, and this really connects with the other 2, but especially with the second tip, and this is about slowing down. You have got to slow down. So do you feel overweight? Do you feel stressed? Do you eat sometimes and you don't even remember an hour later that you've eaten because you ate so quickly and you were doing your presentation on your laptop, or you were watching the kids and serving them while you're standing at the counter, right? I have a 14-year-old who never remembers he's eaten and comes after lunch an hour later saying, Mom, when's lunch? And I'm like, you've already eaten lunch. But because he eats so fast, and I'm teaching him, believe me, he's eating so fast, he doesn't even remember, right? So what do you think is going to happen with that? You're going to be never chewing your food properly. You're going to feel like you're never full. You're never feeling satisfied with your meals. You're going to eat more. You're going to snack more. You're going to snack on the wrong things. Your blood sugar is going to be all over the place. So you're going to want more sugar. It's all going to go downhill from there. So slowing down is about especially slowing down your meals. Okay. So when you do that, you're going to be automatically eating and chewing for longer. So the average person usually, on average, chews their food about 5 times. And a really interesting way also of doing that is to actually count. Next time you're eating anything, count how many times you chew. And I can guarantee you're chewing between 3 times and 5 times. Guess how many times you should be chewing is about 20 times or more, depending on what you're eating, obviously, yeah? So also the average person takes about 3 to 8 minutes to eat a proper meal, right? Guess how long they should be taking? Now, next time you're eating a proper meal, like lunch or dinner or even breakfast, put on your timer on your phone, turn it over, eat your normal pace, and then check how long you take. Believe me, it's going to be between 5 and 10 minutes at most. The normal time you should be eating, or the healthiest time you should be taking to eat, is actually 20 minutes. Okay? So slow things down. Really, really slow things down by chewing more and chewing more thoroughly. The reason you want to chew more also is because in your saliva there are plenty of enzymes which are going to start the breakdown of your food, especially carbs and proteins in there. So if you don't chew properly, you might as well cut a slot here and insert the food, right? Because that's what you're going to get. And you're going to miss out a huge part of your digestive process, which will give you bloat. It will give you low energy. It will give you digestive problems. It's not going to work for you. So slow down by chewing more. Okay, how do you do that? Very quickly. Just every time you take a mouthful, put your fork down or put the food down. If it's a sandwich or something, put it down. Okay, just chew properly. Count how many times you chew, then take another mouthful. This is the best way to really slow things down. Put your timer on in the beginning to get used to lengthening the time you take to eat as well. And add 5 minutes every day to your meals and make time. Really be mindful of what you're eating. You've taken that time and effort to cook, to shop, to think about what you're going to eat. It's such a shame and such a waste to not actually enjoy it and take plenty of time to be mindful about what you're doing. But this will also really help you to digest. It will help to get rid of the bloat, increase your energy levels, stop that slump you get right after eating that we all get after lunch especially. So that's going to completely reduce. But a big and last but definitely not the least, you're going to eat less. right? So if you're trying to lose weight and people tell me all the time, should I stop eating this? Should I stop eating that? What about sugar? What about gluten? What about dairy? It's not just what you eat. And this is the thing I say to all my clients all the time. It's not just what you eat, it's how you are when you eat it. That's the most important. Slow it down, okay? You're going to eat less because you're going to realize earlier than before, oh, I've only eaten half my plate and I'm actually full. I really don't think I can eat anymore. And it's okay to put it away, put it off in the fridge for the next day or give it to the dog, whatever. Just get rid of it. Don't be part of the clean plate club, okay? This doesn't exist anymore. Put it away. You don't have to throw it away, but just keep it for later. So this will really help you if you're trying to control your weight, if you're trying to lose a bit of weight and have less bloating and all, you really need to slow everything down. Okay, so these are my 3 tips, and these are the most important and the most effective tips I can give you, that I give to all my clients all the time, to lose the bloat, to lose weight, to feel better digestion, to feel more energetic, to really find yourself. And that's going to have a massive impact on your confidence levels, on how you are in your body, in your life, in your work, with your family, you know, and to help you really find your old self again. Right? So if you need help, or if you are part of a company that needs help, where you feel that your staff is taking too many sick days, or you know they're not performing well enough, I give this talk to, and a longer version of this talk, to any company and small groups that you might put together for this talk and who you might think might be interested. But if you need help one-to-one and you really need help to implement this, plus a lot more tools and techniques and advice that I give, then just contact me and we can chat. I usually offer a complimentary 30-minute discovery call, and it's a mini consultation where we'll talk about your issues, we'll talk about what you want to achieve, and then I'll tell you if I can help you. I'll explain to you how I can help you. If I can't, at least I'll clarify why you're getting those problems and what your next step should be. So thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and any comments, please go ahead and contact me if you need any help. Thank you. Bye-bye.